Creating an array allocates a contiguous block of memory. These physical blocks snap together side by side in a seamless row. Because this layout is perfectly ordered, the computer doesn't scan the sequence. It jumps directly to index 50, or 5000, in constant time, known as O of 1. This high-speed access is possible only because of that physical, spatial predictability. But that rigid physical layout has a limit. Static arrays have a fixed size. If your data grows beyond what you initially allocated, the program will crash. Searching these blocks using a naive approach, like nested loops, is even more dangerous. As this diagram shows, when the dataset grows, the number of required operations spikes into the red. You've hit a quadratic bottleneck. To build useful software, we have to find ways to navigate these rigid memory blocks without triggering a computational disaster. We overcome size limits by using the heap. This C++ code shows how the new operator requests flexible memory space at runtime. Notice the delete step. It's required to manually reclaim that space once the work is done. This is how dynamic arrays, like vectors, work. When the array reaches its limit, it automatically allocates a new block, usually double the original size, and moves the data over behind the scenes. This contiguous concept even applies to complex grids. A 2D matrix might look like a square on your screen, but the computer treats it as a single, flattened block of memory. Moving to dynamic allocation turns rigid storage into an adaptable canvas for more complex algorithms. Even with flexible memory, range queries can be slow. If you need to find the sum of a massive section of data repeatedly, adding up every element one by one takes too long. A prefix sum array pre-calculates the data. A raw array drops its values into a second row, storing a cumulative running total. Now finding a range sum is instant. Instead of looping, you perform a single subtraction using the pre-calculated start and end values. You can apply this logic in reverse using a difference array, which allows you to update massive segments of data simultaneously without a single loop. These strategies trade a small amount of memory to achieve massive gains in processing speed. Pattern searching creates another bottleneck. Using a nested loop to find a specific sequence in a massive string forces the computer to do redundant work at every index. To avoid resetting the search, this mechanical scanner shows the goal, sweeping smoothly and rapidly across the track without ever stopping or jumping back. The two-pointer technique achieves this by evaluating data from both ends of a sorted array toward the middle, ensuring every element is checked in a single pass. This evolves into the sliding window. As the frame slides to the right, the algorithm simply subtracts the element leaving the window and adds the one entering it. It never recalculates the data in the middle. By framing the data this way, we eliminate redundant steps and maintain a linear search time. One of the most difficult array challenges is finding the maximum contiguous subarray, the specific slice that yields the highest sum within a mix of positive and negative numbers. Kadane's algorithm solves this in a single sweep. At each index it asks, add the value to the running total, or discard the past and start over. Making that choice at every step identifies the global maximum in one pass. This proves that dynamic programming logic can resolve complex optimizations in linear time, avoiding the quadratic slowdown of a brute force search. Two pointers, sliding windows, and Kadane's algorithm aren't just isolated tricks. They represent a shift from simply storing data to actively navigating it. Through these tools, an array stops being a static list of characters and becomes a reactive, spatial landscape. Mastering these patterns allows you to write more efficient software by aligning your logic with the physical way a computer actually processes memory.